Hope y'all enjoy these compilation videos. I needed a week off from the Snob, but don't worry, I'm making it up to you. The upcoming 1984 in film is 5 hours long. But this is a compilation that needed to happen. All of my Neil Breen reviews in one spot. I respect this man. After 6 movies, he's still very genuine without going into self-parody, or at least I think.
I'll be right here.
There's always stuff to talk about in these, even in the last one, Cade, where I was like, I think I'm running out of notes to take. That episode is still like a half hour long. There'd be movies that would sneak up on me too. I remember when I reviewed Double Down and said, coming up soon, it'll be the review for Fateful Findings, and then the comments were like, what about I am here ... now? And I go, oh, I don't know of this one. Guess I'll be reviewing that one next. It's a good thing I did. That one's got my favorite line in a Neil Breen movie, which was, damn, twins. But still though, clearly Fateful Findings is his masterpiece, so enjoy. Filmmaking auteur Neil Breen is, your guess is as good as mine. Can we have another take of this? Filmmaker Neil Breen is what you get when you crossbreed Alex Jones, Tommy Wiseau, Ricky Caldwell, and an actual Double Down sandwich from KFC. With movies that are mostly about conspiracies and laptops, his most notorious film is his 2013 movie, Fateful Findings. But we can't just automatically start with that. We gotta start at the beginning with 2005's Double Down. Otherwise, we'd be completely lost. More so. But from what I understand, I'm not the first person to talk about this movie online, which of course means that I should immediately take the video down and forget that I ever saw it. Double Down is about a computer, let's say hacker, who seeks to expose government secrets and to thwart a Las Vegas terrorist attack. Thank you, IMDb, for that plot synopsis, because God knows the movie didn't help with that, and the opening feels really familiar.
We all have stories to tell, our own paths to faith in Christ. Some are kookier than others, like finding Jesus in a piece of driftwood.
More Christian Mingle promotion! For the last time! I don't care about your driftwood! I think the clouds are spitting on your camera. You might want to wash that off. I don't know who to blame here, considering Neil Breen is the only name in the opening credits. Breen plays Aaron Brand, who could secretly be Wile E. Coyote, who finally got himself officially lost. Don't forget, when wandering through the desert, guns and laptops are really all you need. And a tragic backstory.
The fact that I became so individually, electronically powerful scared my government, as well as others. It was that power that caused them to assassinate my fiancée and break my heart forever.
Oh no, I'm so sad that a character I haven't met yet has died. And why didn't the government just assassinate you? Should be easy. You're the one roaming around with a bunch of airsoft guns. Aaron has assignments, and he knows the secrets. Not sure what they are, but can you at least tell me why there are random skulls just laying across the highway?
I've received bio-electro-medical implants to assist me in carrying out my attacks.
Okay, forget the skulls. We've got stock footage to use. But don't worry, eventually it explains the skulls.
As well as covert acts, I also take care of eliminating white-collar criminals.
So you're a serial killer? No wonder the skulls are laying across the desert. You just sprinkled some rocks over your victims. Maybe it's his diet that's making him crazy.
I don't need much to live on anymore. I just eat tuna out of the can and live in the car.
Now I know why it's hard for you to find another girlfriend. And are you sure those bodies on the road aren't just the people you ran over, you careless asshole? Aaron is trying to stop a biological attack and to rig his car so that he can watch reruns of Arliss. But I'll let Aaron explain it.
Satellite dishes, 5 laptops, 6 cell phones, and bioterror. There are very dangerous wars going on that will never end.
What's with the pauses? You making this shit up as it goes along? Well, you could have fooled me.
The force shield will cause death if an intruder gets too close.
That's not what caused that. That was the result of trying to follow the plot. He's so good with computers that he can follow world leaders without the computers even being turned on. And just when you think it couldn't get more random...
Where are you? Where am I? You're me.
So he's hiding from the government by becoming Terrence Malick. I sure hope so, because then I'll automatically love this film. There's more padding in this film than in a 4-hour cut of Sex and the City 2. Damn! He's testing out the bio-anthrax cocaine diamonds, and he's smart enough to wear gloves, but dumb enough to keep his watch on. Seriously, at this point, just wear a fucking radiation suit. He's strategically placed laptops all over the desert. Unfortunately, they don't work because he hid them in the fucking desert. And that's not all he has. I don't want to know what's going on under there. It flashes back to his fiancée. So, did she die moments before this movie started? He's wearing the same clothes. Oh shit, I think the rapture happened. Might as well cut to this footage of him working on broken laptops. And if that doesn't work, more footage that Neil didn't shoot. Look at that sky. I remember that day. It was really scary. Oh no, no. I don't like where this is going, and I've seen Strokey-Mon.
Oh, jeez.
Whew, thank God Scorpio put a stop to that. Guess I'll just leave her face down in the water. I'm way more broken up about this flower. Never mind, I'll join her till I run out of breath. By the way, I now know what Neil Breen's balls look like. And they don't have Mark Shannon's warts, so there's that. Through his heartbreak, he continues, setting himself up for a fatal car accident. And oh good, he doesn't have to masturbate under the tarp anymore. There's an obvious cut in there, because he comes out in different clothes. Guess that's easier than just switching camera angles. I'm getting Las Vegas bloodbath flashbacks, only without someone watching wrestling for 40 minutes. I know the twist is supposed to be that this is on Earth all along, but I still don't believe it. For instance, check out this scene where the movie has actual dialogue.
He is planning something very big. Bigger than 9/11 or any of the other larger catastrophes we caught in time after 9/11.
Crap, he's planning the last act of Man of Steel! He's also a teleporter because he keeps changing positions during the conversation. This movie is the epitome of, oh, it gets weirder. Oh, looks like those biochemicals he's been breathing in have finally started kicking in. Just look at this next scene.
Old man, you don't look like a terrorist to me.
Who hasn't seen a chilled out Socrates Johnson just hanging out in the desert? Enough of that, guess I'll just be on my way then. What is happening? Don't know what he did with that old man's corpse, because I'm pretty sure there's not a body under there. As he continues making love to his bleeding car, he realizes that he needs a screaming moment.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Don't worry, I'm sure the point is around here somewhere.
Mom, is there life after death?
Or not! You are frustrating God. Stop it. And why do you have a bulge while walking through a cemetery? This movie needs more characters fast.
It was good to see you at the lake the other day.
Yeah. Did you see them? My parents?
Oh, hey there. Who the fuck are you people?
Our daughter Megan was just diagnosed with brain cancer.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's too bad. Who's Megan? And then he cured her with his conspiracy powers.
I've been given this incredible power. Tonight, I believe I cured Megan of cancer.
I wasn't joking. He cured her with his conspiracy powers. And stop talking like your people.
No. No. Please. I'll always be here with you. Always.
Wow, community theater Valerian is about as well acted as regular Valerian. Seriously, turn on your fucking laptop! At this point, I'll accept it if he's just playing ski-free. Oh, that's why it's not turned on. He just got done fucking it. Thanks, movie. Trying to figure out what's going on is the equivalent of staring into the sun. Unfortunately, someone knocked over his flower, so he's gonna be a little late in making that cake. That's about $2,000 worth of cocaine there, Alfie. Time to have lunch at the local Zoops. The lobster bisque is divine.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. No damage.
You're all aliens and you're not fooling anyone. Plus, I think someone is bootlegging your movie. Oh good, we finally popped that bottle of Merlot open. Now to clean off this bird shit and I'll be ready to go. Is there no end to his powers?
Here's $200. I want to borrow the car. I'll have it back in about an hour, before they finish dinner.
Okay, is he telepathic now? Why the hell was that a voiceover? And then he turned into a lion. At this point, I'm convinced that Neil Breen is just Will Ferrell in a Frank Stallone wig. When they start running out of a budget, Neil takes a job driving around newlyweds in Vegas.
I can't believe we did this. I've only known you for 2 days.
Wow, there is a car accident. They were crashed into by another movie. And then he poisons them with his tomato strawberries. I know you're unconscious, but thanks for helping me out and getting you into the trunk. What is going on?
What do you mean I picked up the wrong couple? Shit.
Oh, now I get it. No, I don't.
Get out! Get out! The marriage is over. Get out!
Just kidding. Let me lay you down next to your passed out husband as if you're unconscious, even though you're not. Now he has the right target. For what? I have no idea.
They committed suicide.
Yeah, isn't it obvious? They shot themselves in the head and propped up their own bodies to lean against one another. It's believable that they spent so much time in the desert, since Neil Breen looks like a sun-dried Jeff Speakman. False alarm on the Rapture, folks. Just take the escalator back down to Earth. Aaron's next mission, rub sweet and low on strangers.
Oh, excuse me. Contact.
So, is he our hero, or is he the terrorist? I'm genuinely confused! Oh, never mind. I think I know who the villain is now. Time to pad this out by going car shopping. Some of these cars would be owned by an idiot who can't spell Ferrari.
with these electronic locks and ignitions. It's so easy.
Yeah, it's really easy when the door is already unlocked. This scene makes sense to me. That's a real parking space about as much as that's real facial hair. He's injecting him with a serum that will cause him to grow a real beard. It is actually supposed to be fake facial hair, but in a movie like this, it could have gone either way.
Holy shit, it's him!
Who is him? And why did that fake beard fool you? And then they killed Alexandra Paul. It's easy to space out during this film, but be warned, if you lose interest, you'll snap back into it in a scene like this. After the terrorists die off camera, he saved the secret meatloaf. His farmer's tan isn't enough yet. He needs a good leathery shine if he's gonna go line dancing tonight, or to monologue.
I'm so confused and depressed at my double life. How did it get to this point? Where do I go from here? I've got so many questions.
Well, you can't say that Neil Breen is bad at reading the audience. Why ask about the length of his laptop's battery life? When it doesn't work to begin with, who needs battery life? And who needs realistic looking weapons and muzzle flashes when you have sound effects? When you don't know where to look upon getting shot, so you just look both ways. These awards say bravery, but the vest says these medals are for coming in second in a power bottom competition. Success. My trunk finally gets episodes of Red Shoe Diaries. This is the only movie I've seen that went entirely over budget by buying broken laptops, and for complete and utter randomness.
No! That's impossible. How can that be?
For all of Neil Breen's faults, he does an amazing Ryan O'Neal impression.
Oh man! Oh god! Oh man! Oh god! Oh man!
Unfortunately, he finds out that no, you can't kill cancer with conspiracy powers.
I cured her. I cured her. I've got to take this other call.
And he's super broken up about it. The filming schedule was pushed back several weeks due to Neil's 12 ankle sprains. Neil, you can come back now, buddy. You're gonna get lost. Neil, you can stop now. We'll let you have another ghost fiancé scene.
Make time stand still. Right now.
Forgive me.
Student films really do suck, except for mine. You just don't understand my genius. He's tracked by the chewing gum that I guess they knew he was gonna step on. The only lesson I learned here is to not run through the desert. You'll get seriously hurt, but the ghost of your dead fiancé will cure it. Does she also have magic conspiracy powers? And you're not actually typing anything! In a sequence that's dying to have the ending narration from War Room speaking over it, his plan is about to become a reality. And that plan is, an ape takeover?
The small diversions have started and I can't stop them now.
We can't afford to show you that, so here's Neil killing time before going to his shift at a Texas roadhouse. Just kidding, we can afford a little bit more stock footage. Don't you hate it when you're looking for your terrorist conspiracy plans and a box full of empty beer cans get in the way? But this movie did promise action and suspense. Oh no, that guy.
How could this happen?
Drugs? As in, I wish I was on them right now?
Prepare to evacuate the hotels on the Las Vegas Strip.
Prepare to evacuate the hotels on the Strip.
Prepare to evacuate the hotels.
You forgot to say on the Strip. How will I know that's what you wanted unless you say it multiple times? I guess Aaron is the one who stopped the attack, so he's the hero. He spoke into broken phones. Good job. There's just something about this movie that makes you able to tell that those phones don't work. But I firmly believe all of that beer got drank. Now that he has the magic crystal, he can return to Gore. But first, gotta shit. The rest of the movie is just visions. There's a look that says, I know this fool is gonna drop me. And you forgot about me, you asshole!
It was you.
No, Ray, it was you. No need to destroy the laptop. It already didn't work. I'm starting to think this movie is losing focus. Now he's off to leave children stranded in the desert and to make more movies that are more or less the same. Well, that made sense. It's the first movie I've seen that was so honest to tell us that no one did lighting or hair and makeup. With Double Down being the first movie to Neil Breen's writing and directing credit, he already sealed his fate as Coleman Francis Part 2. Or did he, depending on the box cover? According to this, Double Down is the winner. The winner of what? What did this movie win? Plus, it got 4 stars. It's stunning. Desperation. One of those is not a compliment. Not that it matters, since there are no names attributed to these quotes, so I'm just led to believe that Neil said them. And even then, I'm not sure if they're being said in a positive light. There's a lot more backstory to Neil Breen, but why get into that now, when there's plenty more of his movies we can spotlight in the future? It's not gonna be next week, but eventually, we'll get to them.
I love you. Will you marry me?
Yes.
Did you think that Double Down was the only Neil Breen movie that this world has to offer? Well, probably not, since the most famous of his films is his third movie, Fateful Findings. A movie that many of us are so excited to get to that we simply forget that this film even exists. Even I'm guilty of that, as I accidentally teased Fateful Findings in last week's clip show. It's like the movie itself is telling us, hey, I'm here too. So, which one is I Am Here Now? Well, it's the one where writer, director, star Neil Breen portrays himself as the Messiah. Because of course that's what he does. So much interesting trivia can be found out about this film. I, for one, thank the IMDb trivia page for telling me that Breen wrote, directed, and starred in the film, and that it's feature length. What? No, really? I am floored by this trivia! I Am Here Now continues Neil Breen's trend of making movies that look like they're inviting you to the worst motivational speaking seminar you've ever been to. They probably don't even have free coffee. I Am Here Now comes to us from 2009, 4 years after his debut film Double Down. Has Neil made any improvements to the art form known as filmmaking? Nope! Although as the movie opens, it might have a slightly bigger effects budget. Delaware! Neil was able to spend so much money on this, he got the moon to be played by twins. The most convincing twins in this film. Trust me! Not that the second moon stays around for long. Goddamn Decepticons! No wonder the title has an ellipsis. It's taking its sweet-ass time completing itself. Any time now. The movie opens with God shooting down his divine semen to interrupt filming on the set of Double Down. There's a lot to say about this film, but it is impressive that they got a cameraman who can run really fast. Anyway, we found the desert's butt crack. Wait a minute, there's no ice sculptures in the desert. But there is a Jesus! I don't know what's worse, that Jesus has come back to Earth still on the cross, or that he's suffering from a horrible foot rash. But this is no ordinary Jesus. And they said Jesus couldn't hack into the highest casino security system in Vegas. I must admit, I didn't know what a computer's colon looked like until now. And if you seriously doubt that Neil Breen would cast himself as Jesus, then you don't know true Breenius, or whatever other adjective we're inserting the word Breen into. Gotta get this back to the tall man. He's currently trying to stab people in the head with a beach ball. Not enough people talk about the other 3 men who were crucified. They were there for goat fucking. Jesus has some harsh words for us.
I'm disappointed in your species. The human species.
That's a spider. No wonder Jesus is disappointed. We keep reminding him of the brutal way that he died. As he passes by a flower that only Charlie Brown could love, he finds another flower with much stronger stamina. Hey, are we in the desert?
Other planets that I've created in the solar system are doing very well.
Except Pluto, we had to demote it. It wouldn't be the desert without a shot of dolphins. They want out of this movie so bad that they're not even thanking us for the fish. I hate it when I get roped into one of these one-man shows.
Why are the humans failing? I've given them everything.
That's not from Hamlet at all. Not even that shitty porno version. This movie better not get weird. Look, can you think of a better way to farm a little girl's section at a Toys R Us? I'm sure this'll be explained. I feel like I'm gonna be saying, meanwhile, a lot during this film, so I'd better stop now.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Meanwhile, fuck!
I'm so fucking high.
Yeah, me too. Why the hell else would I be watching a Neil Breen movie? So they inject themselves with 7-Up. Nothing with caffeine, though. That'd be crazy. I don't mean to tell you how to do drugs, but I think you're heroining wrong. Oh shit, a wandering Neil Breen!
Your weapons cannot harm me.
Yeah, not because you're Jesus, but because he shot you with an airsoft gun. So he freezes them, which still doesn't stop the wind from moving them a little. And then he fucks him? He takes their clothes and puts them in embarrassing poses. Shove her thumb up his ass, it'll be hilarious. Let's move on, eventually. Bye! This movie went to the Brown Bunny School of movie padding. He's still going! See if you can spot the member of this wind farm that refuses to participate in this bullshit. And now Neil is off to find the closest beer and tuna store. Ooh, 23 miles from Vegas. Better start digging. Your highway? Brace yourselves, we're inside the fucking car now! Neil Breen is the worst thing to happen to Vegas since Con Air crashed into it. But Neil has inspired me. I'm gonna do a promotional video for Springfield, Illinois, where I dress as Lincoln and read fortune cookies for 2 hours. Oh, and there will be plenty of ass and some non-connecting scenes.
They think they may have an opportunity to use it now. But are they in for a surprise?
Who the fuck are you? The fuck are you talking about? Why does dialogue make this movie even more confusing? That doesn't mean take the dialogue out and have them mouth nothing. That makes it even worse! And you already showed us this shot. Did you think I'd get so delirious that I'd think this was Reno all of a sudden? Oh, it's easy for a movie like this to make you think you're crazy, but remember, solar energy!
The country is finally seriously addressing sustainability and respecting the planet's natural resources.
Don't listen to her, it's Donald Trump in drag! Even the birds from Birdemic think that this movie is too lame to interrupt. I didn't think they'd make it to the top of the stairs, but they sure proved me wrong. This movie is like writing a script when you live off of nothing but Alex Jones MREs.
Greedy politicians, lying lawyers and insurance companies are destroying what I had planned for this planet.
This is Gary Johnson's weirdest political ad yet. Oddly enough, Ted Turner is very much against all of this solar power talk. Lest you forget though, times are very tough in the Vegas solar community.
I'm so sorry, but due to the poor economy, we're gonna have to lay you off.
Oh, that's fine. We don't even work here. We just stand outside and talk about the sun all day.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Hey, shit for brains. She's not the one who got laid off. Maybe say that to the girls who just lost their jobs. Someone needs to put this movie out of its misery. Wow, I've never seen a movie so bad that it just slit its own wrist. Or maybe I have. I feel like I've made that joke before. Maybe she got laid off because she's a crazy person who pushes around a plastic doll in a stroller all afternoon.
You'll find something. You're my twin sister. You're pretty and smart. You're hot. We're hot.
See, the moon has a more convincing twin. You could say they're non-identical, except everyone in the movie instantly knows that they're twins somehow. Her sister, though, is always handy with the advice.
Become a stripper. An escort. You'd be great at that.
Clearly, that's the only other option. If you lose your job, you should immediately go into stripping. And thank you once again, Trivia, for counting a description of a scene as trivia. That's my kind of trivia. These girls really care about the planet. Yeah, that guy on the bike, though? Fuck that dude! These are our heroes. Hey, I think you forgot your baby. Never mind. We got a group of like-minded solar power enthusiasts to join. Or they could just be a gang.
Very hot. I'd like to do any of these two guys at the same time. What?
The best thing about Neil Breen is that he truly gets women. And this gives us my favorite character ever.
Hell yeah! I'll do her. Damn. Twins.
This exchange is one of the biggest laughs I've ever had while watching a movie on this show. While everyone here looks like they want to run a train on these girls, to say this scene escalates quickly is an understatement.
I get her first.
Ah, yes, when your hotness causes other people to just shoot each other. Thanks to the editing, the scene ends more confusingly than it began.
This is for you.
who's been shot. Too late for that now. There's other sudden bursts of violence to cut to.
They're going to have an unfortunate accident.
No! Don't cut off my ear!
Truly an accident. And now the real reason this movie was made. Twins, bro. Twins.
Double my pleasure.
Well, that made more sense than if he had said, say goodbye a little longer, make it last a little longer, give your breath long-lasting freshness with Big Red. These girls are less convincing as twins than the water and the pavement. So, which of you girls are gonna fit the world's largest bottle of champagne up their ass? I'll do it! No, goddammit, not you! Oh fuck, this movie sat on its own reverse button. It's all gonna start over again. You're not even having sex. You're just watching them lay in the pool. How is this a good day for you? On the plus side, he can piss Sprite. Yeah, drink my piss. Meanwhile, fuck, I said it again! Hope this guy is okay. Wish I could see this number. I as well have had an accident. I cut off my own ear to distract me from this nonsense.
Ah! What the hell, man?
Must be another one of our heroes.
That's just not right.
Just like Jesus to stand up to bullies by blinding them. Thanks to the trivia, I know that this guy has cancer. It's not like the movie itself explains it.
I don't feel so good. Cancer chemo is kicking my ass. I always wanted to see this before I died.
Here, let me give you the best vantage point, 1 inch from the sign. I think this house also wants to see the Vegas sign before it dies. Speaking of death, is everyone in this film dying? The only thing that separates this movie from a zombie movie is simply the lack of makeup. Wait a minute, this is some kind of terrorist organization, and I don't think this girl has a twin at all!
Once you're high, you won't remember a thing. Just the money you're making.
Anyway, thought I'd switch it up from the meanwhile. Neil continues on his mission of stopping this guy from accidentally killing himself again.
What's up? You got a problem, punk? You wanna die?
This isn't the way I planned your species. You two are worthless.
Damn it, Jesus, stop blinding people and turning their guns into plastic. Nope, sorry, still not joining this mess. I see Fred over there has also joined my protest. And why do I have the feeling that this movie is gonna repeat itself?
I'm sorry. We have to lay you off. We're all so sorry.
I just saw this scene earlier in the movie, but with other people. And is this the government's fault too?
This is not a temporary delay. It's more politics and corporate greed.
Thanks, baby Hitchcock. When is the government gonna stop laying off hot girls? I'm sure she has something to fall back on.
I'll become a full-time hooker or stripper and not tell him the truth.
Why is this movie's go-to answer for being laid off to immediately start selling your body for money? Is Neil Breen a pimp? Is this movie his recruitment tool? Oh, and we found your sister's baby. I was hoping to escape this movie without a sex scene. Well, if that's a hooker, she made her money's worth that day. Here, let's draw angel wings on your back. I'm sure that means something. I think Jesus should use some of his magic to give himself at least 1 or 2 abs. This is the second Neil Breen movie that I've seen, and also the second one where he fucking cures cancer.
Go with her. Have a full, long, and healthy, happy life. Be a family.
Whew, good thing she doesn't have a say in this. Hey, mind using some of your powers to change her baby from a doll? Now to take the most convenient route to meet up with these eco-terrorists. Hey, that was some homeless man's bed. Nameless Frank over here wants to join their gang. I don't see a problem with this. Unfortunately, they're not doing any new sign-ups today.
What? This damn piece of garbage?
Oh no, he's dead. Keep that up and you'll also be laid off from the gang. Good thing Jesus was there to stop this. Now the most dangerous men in Vegas, and Grandpa for some reason. But one of them is an undercover cop. Hey, if you keep punching the camera equipment, you're not going to be able to finish your movie. Again, thanks for stopping them, Jesus. He does use his villain freezing power, though, but only after they cut the man's finger off. Oh no, I don't like where this is going. Don't like where this is going one bit. Phew, okay, what a relief. He simply nailed his enemies to the cross. That's the Jesus I know. This is not the good editing you're looking for.
I have eliminated those who believe in violence towards mankind.
Yeah, you sure eliminated those who use violence by crucifying people and giving girls a pep talk.
Go. Learn to love yourself, other humans, and humanity. You have so much to offer.
She then became a hooker. Of course the movie isn't done yet. The second unit crew is still stuck in the desert. And we have more monologuing.
Why doesn't the species understand? I've given them so much. Respect yourselves.
Look, can you just give me the fucking kale salad I ordered? Alright, forgot about these two. What did we do? Why does my thumb smell like your ass? Now Neil is off to be the one extra from the Believer's Heaven who got lost on their way to Mississippi. I'll leave the world with my recipe for Farmer Vincent's baby fritters. Shh, one of them is asleep. Don't make too much noise, we just put him down. And this is how the movie is gonna spend its remaining 12 minutes, pushing itself to full movie length by showing us the same footage from the first 12 minutes. The Dolphins left this movie once, and god damn it, they can do it again. Oh, what a shock. Neil is also the cameraman, apparently. Why not? He's everything else. I'm sure he also played the Twin Moon. Stop watching the tape from The Ring! You all just don't understand the genius of Neil Breen. Clearly this movie is a warning that to save the planet, we must bang hot young people while wearing cheap Halloween masks. The way to a woman's heart is a trip to the desert while looking like Solomon Grundy's nutsack.
The human's dreams, they can come true.
This is no one's dream, it's a fucking nightmare! Okay, fine. Since you ended world corruption, I promise to start spinning. But only if you promise to end the movie within the next 7 minutes.
I will give them one more chance. If they fail, I will destroy this planet. I hope humanity has learned its lesson from all its mistakes. Otherwise, I will turn this planet into dust.
Then 2016 happened and he turned the planet to dust. He then shoots himself into the sky where he transforms into the opening credits to one of those Heaven is for Real knockoffs. Oh, and he's a screensaver now too. Boy, this is a film that's truly worth the extra dot he put in the ellipsis. I was calling him Jesus this whole time, but it turns out he was really playing the 1983 Martin Landau horror movie The Being. Who else but Neil Breen could take on Thanos single-handedly? I'm not so sure who was asking for a hybrid between James Wen, Tommy Wiseau, and Terrence Malick, but it's certainly given me a series of movies to watch. Technically, can't argue with that, I guess. This movie is like watching the board of CEOs at your dad's real estate agency make their own Jason Bourne movie. You could pretty much describe every Neil Breen movie this way, which would maybe explain the near-identical posters.
Thankfully, in his 2013 movie, Fateful Findings, Neil was able to correct all of his mistakes and turn in a true Kubrickian masterpiece of cinema. It is the moment we've all been waiting for.
What? No, that was the other moment we'd all been waiting for. After Neil Breen's Double Down and I Am Here Now, the true Breenster piece of his filmography is the 2013 film Fateful Findings, a movie that I was so excited to get to after Double Down that I completely forgot I Am Here Now even exists.
Hell yeah! I'll do her. Damn! Twins!
And how could I have fucking forgotten about that movie? Seriously, I meant to do this review at the beginning of the year. This title card was drawn months ago.
But it all works out because last week the trailer for Neil Breen's latest movie, Twisted Pair, was released. Let's take a look at a clip.
I have an identical twin brother, Cale.
That's all I needed to see. I'm sold. Fateful Findings is the story of Dylan, a man who knows the secrets, knows the conspiracies, and knows all the answers to, something to do with the government? Fuck it, he knows the secret to the Colonel's secret KFC recipe. I have no clue what kind of drugs go into the making of something like this, but I can tell you this much, the clouds are certainly on cocaine. Let's get this Breen started. Breen. Oh, damn it, my screensaver kicked in. The fuck is this? A podium? A birdhouse? A wood grill? Can we get a little closer? Oh, it's the script. You might have to cut a few pages out of that. It's bad enough this movie is 100 minutes.
And you best believe there's more credits.
Oh, does Neil Breen have something to do with this? Here we see Dylan as a child just having a normal day. I bet that gets explained. You know how kids are with finding poisonous things.
Look, Leah, a mushroom.
It sure is! That's weird. Usually you find the treasure after eating the mushrooms. She does what any person would do. She uses it as a box to put her thumbtacks in. Grandma will love it. What a magical day.
It's a magical day.
Thanks for the script note. You didn't actually have to put that in the movie. Unfortunately, his friend Leah has to move away. They say goodbye in the most awkward way possible. Joke's on them, they don't have a license plate. They are not making it to the airport on time. Not to mention they're driving 5 miles an hour.
Leah and I had a fantastic summer together. I never heard from her or saw her again.
No, Neil. It's only the beginning. Years later, the kid grows up to be Neil Breen, accident-prone vigilante / novelist.
Can you hear me?
Move over, Tom Cruise. You aren't the only one who does his own stunts. Given that this is a Neil Breen movie, he could be dead. That wouldn't stop him from being in the rest of it. There are several witnesses, or at least their legs, who have noticed something. Someone help this poor man. Great, ghost sperm. That'll help. Okay, Dylan, we've got you loaded up and we're gonna repeatedly bash your head against the limo to see where it hit you.
Is he okay? Okay, calm down. I'll be right there.
Ah, good, that guy's on his way. Who the fuck is that guy? Don't worry, Dylan, we fancied up our finest living room to make it look like a hospital. Don't worry about that oxygen. It may not be going through the bandages, but it's there.
He's in critical condition. Unconscious. And it does not look good.
Maybe you should take him to a hospital. I'm not sure when this movie's gonna start. Why can't this film be as fast-paced as The Clouds? You can really tell everything about a patient just by his pulse.
He is very weak. Semi-comatose. He isn't my patient, but...
Then who the fuck are you, and can we get a real doctor in here? Stupid hospital can't even close the damn window. And that's when Dylan decided to get the fuck out of there and go to a hospital where they don't just tape a jockstrap to your face. He should count himself lucky that his face was the only thing injured in this accident. It's easy for him to find his way home. It has the same carpeting as the hospital. His wife Emily has a natural reaction to him wandering home from being in a coma.
What are you doing home? You're supposed to be in a hospital.
I know what puts me in the mood. Someone's face melting off into the damn drain. I guess the laptops aren't as easily flexible as his face. His bandage is getting smaller every day. The bandage must be healing. Dylan is a famous novelist, as you can see by him autographing encyclopedias. Hope this movie doesn't lose focus.
Can I offer you a drink?
No thanks.
Are you sure?
I hate it when two drunks randomly stumble into another movie I'm watching.
We don't have sex anymore. Do you realize that?
Where did that come from?
My thoughts exactly. Where did this come from? And anyway, get back to Neil.
Where are my pills?
Damn, they're not in my breasts. Where have I left them?
I don't need these. I'm not going to take these anymore.
Glad we got that scene. The laptops really are the most important actors in a Neil Breen movie. That's why they made it to the box cover this time, along with the same fucking picture of Neil. Meanwhile, in the womb, truly the miracle of life is always in the palm of our hands.
I feel like something's inside me.
I concur. It feels like an Alaskan salmon. We'll find out what it is once we return to Will It Fit? No time for that now. Neil has a meeting with his publisher. Fucking necessary. This movie is as fluid as a dry brick.
I'm feeling less stable.
I edited nothing out of that. What the hell is Tony Montana's house doing in this? Is Breen's senses tingling? Don't worry, that laptop was broken anyway. Throw it in the bathtub if you want. Hey, just checking on the plot.
You care more about that car than me.
I don't care about either of you. I still don't know who you are. Look, maybe we should get to know each other. We just found out we're in the same movie. Blah, maybe their scenes are better apart. It'd be less awkward. I'm dying for someone to shit their pants to break the tension. Dylan is more intense than the drunk.
But I have this really interesting project about elephants in Africa.
I'm sure Dylan doesn't want to hear about that now.
I want to hear about our project.
Tell it to me right goddamn now. What the fuck did you do to those elephants? Fuck this goddamn notebook. I'll get this laptop to work if I have to spill 12 more cups of coffee on it.
I'm going to continue hacking into these government systems to see what I can find out.
So that's what's going on now. But bad news at home.
He stopped taking his meds. Can you get some for me?
Your actress hasn't slept in 48 hours. You really should give her a break. Tension is high. Over what? I don't know.
We've gone through the good times and the bad times together. Your pill taking for pain relief has gotten out of control.
Brilliant scene reading from Tennessee Williams' Cat on a medium temperature carpeted floor. Fuck this drama. There's work to do.
It's going to shock the world. I've hacked into just about all the information I need.
I hacked into MoviePass. I'm gonna find out just how many people saw Show Dogs. Oh, the conversation is about Emily being on drugs again.
It's a crutch. Get off the pills. Straighten your life out.
Maybe it's because of you.
She raises a good point, Dylan.
Fortunately, there is one thing that will get her off drugs. His Breeness.
The laptop budget is bigger than the Viagra budget on Strokemon. Neil's penis is just as awkward as this scene. Why is his dick in a knot? How does it do that? I hesitate to ask who this is because that's going to be immediately followed by something confusing happening. See? Oh good, this couple again.
I'm sorry.
Indoor voices! This subplot is like watching your local theater act out the Diane Weiss subplot from Independence Day '83. Only without a house explosion budget. They do have a transition budget, though. And then Ghost Dad fucking showed up. Drugs or no drugs, things have never been better between these two. He's getting so much writing done.
Come to bed.
I'm sorry. I'd love to, but I need you to go away now.
Thanks, polite Jack Torrance. Later he's gonna do her a favor by hitting himself with a bat. Meanwhile, back in the womb, why did mommy have a square vagina? It's because truly we're all born lame and uninteresting. Ah, good, the cast rap party. These are the kinds of people I want to see do small talk.
The doctor at the hospital.
It's nice to see you. I'd like you to meet my fiancé, Tim.
Very nice to meet you.
I've already forgotten your name, Jim. Hello, the doctor is the same girl from the beginning of the movie who happens to carry the same fucking notebook with her.
Oh my God. Is that you? It is, isn't it?
I doubt it. You're 20 years older than she is. So, by I never saw her again, what he meant to say was, I saw her again. Why do I have the feeling that some of these actors had to go home?
Get away from me, Jem. You're drunk. And stay there.
Is this infomercial gonna get to the fucking point? When in doubt, though, rip off an 80s movie. Well, if he's not gonna masturbate, then I sure as hell am. It's starting to rain. Let's take this seduction inside. I've decided to write a script where everyone wants to fuck me. Nothing wrong with nonfiction. It should be noted that it took me over a week to do this episode. I lost my notes for the second half of the movie and had to re-watch it again. I wanted to wait until a week later so it would feel like I was coming into it fresh. I even recorded the first half of this episode before watching the second half of the movie to see if it would jog my memory. Let's see if that helped.
Oh, you can come over and use our swimming pool anytime you want.
Ah, good. Now I'm all caught up. I know exactly what's going on in this movie. I'm tired of watching this. I even recorded this episode in SD to mask my unenthusiasm. Dylan calls up the girl's sister mom to get her over there right away and pick up her horny daughter. When did this movie turn into Poison Ivy? Everyone wants to have sex with Dylan and no one else.
Stay away from me.
Wine stains are impossible to get out of breasts. Only one thing can be done now. Revenge.
I'm gonna shoot this damn car out full of holes.
No!
Good, he landed right on the conveniently placed plastic. Too bad about the witnesses, though.
Dad! You didn't see anything! Dad! You know how he was! Dad!
This is why I'm glad Columbo's not a YouTube Red series. Oh no, his collar is leaking. Ugh, she better have a good excuse here.
He killed himself! He killed himself!
This is the easiest level of LA Noire I've ever played. Clearly she's telling the truth. It's performances like this that make me glad for the Oscar changes.
I can't believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide. How could you have done this? How could you have committed suicide?
He's a shoo-in for most Breen-spirational performance. Weeks later, he's still shocked by all this.
How could Jim have killed himself?
After looking up suicide in my encyclopedia, I can now say for a fact it was suicide. As he is stuck inside of a giant leech, we are truly in a world of bloodsuckers. The important thing is Emily has nothing to do with the suicide because she has nothing to do with anything else.
Jim's suicide was not your fault. You can't blame yourself. It was not your fault.
Dude, she's not even thinking about that. She's just trying to do her taxes in her head. Oh, this relationship will last.
You're better off without me.
No.
Thanks, Pinhead. At least if she were without you, she'd still have a laptop that worked. How is Dylan ever gonna get back to work?
Hello. I'm working. I'm very busy.
You're doing the fucking crosswords. Dylan decides not to sign a book deal. There was a book deal. I genuinely don't know if this is out of nowhere or if I just forgot that he had a book deal going on.
That first book made a fortune for you.
Take the deal. You need to pay to have those laptops fixed. Gentlemen, I'm glad you could all attend this meeting. One of you needs to step up your game in editing this film. Look, Mr. Book President, can you talk to my wife? I think she's a little loopy.
He isn't writing another novel. He's writing about government secrets.
Yeah, this is what dating Alex Jones for 2 weeks does to a person. And then he cheats on his wife with that girl he grew up with. He's known her since she was -30. Even the ducks wanted to disappear before this on-screen chemistry. Forehead penetration. That's a new one for me. Meanwhile, Celia Ward is still trying to cope with the loss of sisters, and Dylan is still on a bad trip. This means something. The person who wrote this has a brain sculpted from mashed potatoes. She's had a very fulfilling life. In all these years, she hasn't written anything else in that notebook. His wife really wants him to monologue about suicide again. On the plus side, water will come right out of those sheets. Stop. Go back to Suicide Wife. I don't need to see the role of Tarzan, now played by my high school physics teacher. He makes it home quicker than he climaxes. Well, she got her final wish of hearing him monologue one more time.
was you. I know it was you.
No, Ray, it was you. All she left him was a device too small for him to pound his fingers on. How is he gonna break that thing? And his Laffy Taffy left him too. Aren't we all just in a giant bag of trash with the rest of the human garbage? Why is this movie considered to be so bad? Obviously it has messages, you just have to look for them. On the plus side, he's writing again, and his therapist is very happy. Maybe one day she can pay for a real office instead of sitting in the timeout corner. He has a new love in his life that he can be weird around. Is this a service you're providing her? He has now hacked into the most secret form of government secrets.
I've hacked into the most secret government and corporate secrets and discovered corporate and government cheating, lying, corruption, and hypocrisy.
Yes, he's hacked into the government's evil plan of eliminating specifics. When can these secrets be revealed or created?
I can't wait any longer.
Neil Breen is giving us an inside look into the writer's room of Death of a Nation. I'm certain they wrote that movie on broken laptops too. What? I would say meanwhile, but this whole movie is a meanwhile. Luckily, her hero is right around the corner.
Leah! Leah, are you there? Leah, pick up!
Oh no, a storage unit has her phone! Action hero Neil is my favorite Neil.
Where is she?
Who?
Leah!
I don't know who that is.
Give me the keys of these locks.
I used to play checkers with guys like you in prison. I'm here to kick names and take ass. Then he rescues her. What a scary 2 minutes.
But I need to put the blindfold back on. Trust me. I'm going to do something that you can't see.
Now is not the time to play penis or bratwurst. Oh, and he's Nightcrawler now.
Let's go.
Look, they lost the door key. This effect was a lot easier than getting a new key made. And all the girls still want to bang him.
You know he didn't kill himself. She shot him. She killed him. I saw her.
What?
Oh right, that was a thing that happened in this movie.
You have got to go to the police. Now!
But why? You're Kitty Pryde! Oh shit, Michael Myers is walking around the hospital from the beginning of the movie, and worse yet... You keep beating those laptops and they are going to come to life and kill you. What is this intruder here for? Ghost facial. Classy. Don't wake Breeny. Are you supposed to be in there? And I don't know if that therapist was even a therapist at all, or maybe she was. At the least, she was a cheap one. But keep the chairs. They need them for the cafeteria. More like, I am not here now, and that goes for the intruder. Self-cleaning nosebleed. That would have been much harder if he were standing on the carpet. Now he's able to get the truth out there. In the slowest news day of the week, the world is here to meet outside of his private green screen.
I've been hacking into government and corporate systems all over the country.
Who is clapping? He doesn't specifically talk about anything, really, other than he knows facts and secrets and the shocking truth that there is corruption.
They now know my crimes.
fuck? Talk about a guilt complex. You didn't even know what info he had on you. This guy waits till he gets home. Who wants to die in front of a Breen screen?
These people must be punished and eliminated immediately.
I'm not sure a lynch mob is a good idea, Neil Breen. Not to mention, they all seem to be killing themselves anyway, over no information being given. Did they have something else tragic going on in their lives, and this was the last straw? And why is the audience still clapping? There's like a dozen dead bodies next to the podium. This poor guy slits his wrists before he even finished his bottle of maple syrup. And who is clapping?
The political and corporate dishonesty that exists.
Is that who's clapping? The fucking bushes? Oh, there's an assassin. Not sure why that's necessary. All the tracks seem to be cleaning themselves.
And amazed at what I have here.
Why are none of the reporters covering the mass shooting that keeps happening mere feet from them? Oh, is this the movie's message?
Act now. On your own. Act now.
Fine, I'll buy war bonds. If that means more Neil Breen movies, then you bet your ass I'll buy war bonds. My God, now that the secrets of the secrets have been revealed, where does it all go from here? Great, now the world knows that corruption exists, and now a fucking werewolf is loose. Good job, Neil. The end. Fateful Findings is Neil Breen's most notorious movie. It's the one that frequently gets brought up in requests, forums, and a host of bad movie parties and internet reviews. It's certainly the first one I had even heard of, due to multiple people recommending it to me. I'm not really sure what separates this film from the others, since they all seem to be bad for kind of the same reason, and if anything, the violence was amped up in the previous two movies.
What? This damn piece of garbage?
But somehow, this was the first one to be brought to a lot of people's attention. Although I may have to side with the other movies, if anything for Double Down being a love letter to tuna fish. And because thanks to the internet, I already kinda knew what was gonna happen in this film, whereas the other two, I was sorta surprised. Then again, this shit happened in Fateful Findings, so maybe this one's better. Face shower sex. And what the fuck did any of this have to do with anything? So confused. I'll just go with the one that had twins, bro. Twins! Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to watching anything else. I don't like having to watch a movie twice. I did the Hillary's America episode in between this episode, and you could tell that that was worth it by the fact that that review was gone. Conspiracy? I think it committed suicide.
I'm hungry. I can't wait for dinner.
Nothing says being back in my comfortable chair like spotlighting some Cinema Snob comfort films like anything from auteur to end all auteurs, Neil Breen. We are now on the fourth film from Neil Breen. After the masterpieces Double Down, I Am Here Now, and Fateful Findings. And this one is definitely a step up in budget. Look, he has a different picture of himself on the cover. And look at all of those extras. Could this be Breen's Gone with the Wind? In the 2016 film Thru, Breen plays a magical entity sent to rid the world of corruptions. Whoa, clearly going into different territory than his previous films. Look, you don't need me to explain the plot. The poster does it for you. Artificial intelligence arrives to immediately cleanse the human species of millions of humans who are harmful to other humans. Oh, great. So he's an evil dictator now. I can't get too mad. It's nice to have a poster that straight up tells you what the runtime is. Look, it's 90 minutes. Do you want to spend that time watching Thru or not? Do I? It's in gorgeous widescreen, of course I do. And with IMDb trivia like this, absolutely. Production was halted when Neil Breen turned into a rocket and launched into space. To relieve tension on set, Neil Breen would play a pair of bongos in a Bigfoot suit. I 100% believe that both of those things happened. I've been hooked on his previous films, so Pass Through had better lure me in just as much. Ooh, it does have a bigger budget. They went to a planetarium. However, the opening title budget, not so much. Mountains, desert in a Neil Breen movie? Well, he has definitely settled on a style. Some of these shots suggest a possible 3D conversion. It's like I really am lost and dying of thirst. I'm starting to think his movies are interchangeable. Yeah, I know. Oh, don't listen to me. His movies are still full of surprises. The answer is yes. Yes, I do want to know where this is going. Well, at least one of those clocks is wrong. But what's right is that the tiger is the least weird part of this scenario. Now we're off to the kids studying how the universe was created and what were the Transformers contributions. This feels like I'm watching viewers of the movie doing other things while Pass Through simply plays in the background. When do we get to see our hero? Perhaps you should have cleaned up the set before filming? Well, I'm not shocked that in 4 Breen movies he still hasn't figured out how to turn on a computer screen. We need to get to our journey through the canyon of the blue cheese moon, searching for the can of beans of Christ.
Clean the smuggler arrival area so the Border Patrol doesn't know where we're at. Here's your pay.
It was nice of the co-producer to stop by. He seems nice. Ouch. Breen is hooked on a special kind of heroin. It's most effective when you just squirt it onto some mosquito bites. How does Breen do so much work in front of and behind the camera? Oh, there's 2 of them. I knew it. It's foreshadowing what would later become Twisted Pair. Can we just stick with him? I don't care about the other characters.
Hey, it's me.
I don't know who you are! If there's one thing Breen knows, it's teen banter.
I've been working on a couple new songs, and I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, I've written like 2 or 3.
Yeah, you know, no big deal. Probably gonna win a couple of Grammys. I don't mean to brag about my songs, but they are way better than yours. After finding out it's impossible to film in Area 51, the next stop on this tour is hiding out in this missile to shoot us directly to a tropical island. Although I really don't think they have the budget for that. Because they couldn't even show a flame, not to mention... Their fences are really cheap. Oh good, another character. Don't know who anyone else is, so might as well introduce another.
Hey. I've realized that I've called you a lot in the past, with a lot of false alarms.
Could you please, for the love of God, just say your name? At least now I've found out that these are the world's worst drug smugglers.
Oh, really?
A costume so cheap, it suggests that you really did want to get caught. Oof, listen to that. Oh, she's a little creakier than usual. It really has been a while since I've sat here. Like every Neil Breen movie, these drugs are going to the nation's bad people.
This is for the stockbrokers. Pimps. Bankers.
That doesn't seem like a lot. I think all the corrupt citizens will use all of these drugs within seconds. Look, don't ask any questions or they'll shoot you.
I'm all he's got in the world.
Grandma, why'd you shoot her?
Because we're showing off our perfect muzzle flashes.
Let's get out of here now!
You know, this is making me miss the gunfire from Assassin 33 AD. Pass Thru makes that look like a Michael Bay film. Just because you're running for your lives from drug dealers doesn't mean you can't stop for clunky exposition.
Your mother's my sister. She was murdered. I swear to God I'd take care of you.
Yes, that is lazy, but it's better than just screaming. Oh God, go back to the exposition. Oh, and a red dot keeps appearing on screen. It took me until now to realize that that's intentional and not just a mistake. It's there to signal Captain Breen, we need your help! Just, take your time, no rush. Sure, pose for the camera a bit, I guess. Makes sense. All this talk about who should play the Tiger King in the movie version, why didn't anyone consider Neil Breen the obvious choice? All he needs to do is put his hand on the red dot, and he is magically Breen screened in with a tiger. Sorry, but I'm choosing to believe he actually did stand face to face with a tiger. But finally, we are given Breen's pass-through backstory.
I am artificial intelligence from far in the future.
Well, duh. He's there to clean the human species of their failings. See? Genocide is okay so long as it's for helpful reasons. As for this guy, I don't know if he's at home or in the same spare bedroom that always doubles as a hospital in Neil Breen movies. He's missing out on the field trip.
Hey, have you found anything? Or seen something? Some homeless bum.
That homeless bum is gonna give you movie reviews at a low cost, you entitled pricks. He better hurry, people are being forced onto a bus to summer camp, whether they want to or not. Though they could try their luck escaping through the desert.
We can't stop. I don't think I can go any further.
You've only gone the length of 2 blocks. They're being held captive in what I assume is the same apartment that the old guy is in, and the rules here are harsh.
You belong to me. You ran away and tried to escape.
Ooh, tough as nails, getting in touch with her inner badass Goretta.
All right, you bunch of pussies, I'm back and I'm kicking ass.
Well, at least these two found some help, I suppose.
I'll stay in the car up front.
No, we can't stay here.
It'll be fine. I'll clean it up.
I don't feel like I'm watching a movie. I feel like I'm watching some weird role-playing by April Ludgate and Andy Dwyer.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
What's it look like? He's cleansing the trailer before cleansing society. Which is all the fault of the politicians with their secrets and corruption and stuff. Listen to these immigrants.
I left my country to make a better life for my family.
Now wait! We paid a lot of money to get into this country.
You're all from Nevada, stop it! This is like 5 minutes of rambly webcam confessions.
I'm getting out of here. Now.
Oh, you will do shitty line delivery on camera or die. I suppose some would rather die than roam the desert and spend time with these possible time travelers.
Here, drink some water.
We'll get it ourselves. Leave us alone!
Oh great, she's Grace from Terminator Dark Fate. Things aren't much better in the hostage complex.
Aw, damn! I need some help in here!
I'm trying to take a shit and someone done hung themselves. I feel like any minute now an angry Asian murder hornet will show up. Oh, there we go. At least this is a full movie and actually puts dialogue between the walking, or at the least something weird. Huh, well that was bizarre. Can't say I've ever seen that. This is a totally realistic reaction. Look, I didn't say the lines were good, but there are lines.
Man's law changes with his understanding of man. Only the laws of the spirit realm.
Yes, I've read Dianetics. Anyway, Neil, we need to talk.
I saw you. You're a weird dude.
Finally, a character in a Neil Breen movie that truly gets it. This is like a plot thread from The Stand that, thank God, we didn't follow.
Don't come near me. I'll kill you, you fucker.
I won't hurt you.
I feel that was improvised. Someone wants to back out of this movie. Anyway, we're good now, as he suddenly starts acting like a dog. But back to those evil pimps and smugglers sneaking into the country and doing evil pimping and smuggling. Although they probably know what laundry is.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah, clothes can be confusing. That's why I've worn the same clothes for 13 years. We do find out his name, though, in the dumbest way possible.
So what's your name?
My name is Till.
It took me longer than I'd care to admit to figure out that his name is Light backwards. No time for that. We gotta create the pet cemetery and do the world's laziest morning exercises. What? I'm technically moving. Also, I think God sneezed on your camera lens. You might want to wipe that off. Oh right, the old guy, he's still here.
Hello! Hello! Dead connection.
Something tells me it's like the computers, and you just simply didn't turn them on. But we got more important things.
Hey look, there's that guy again.
Yeah, let's throw some rocks at him for saying that 365 Days was the best movie he's ever seen. I bet he's secretly rich. Look, he's got a concert hall and teaches the magic of music on a broken piano.
Music's magical. Universal.
Yeah, you can get anything to work as long as you edit music over it. Well, almost anything. We need to take a minute, though, and explain his name to those who didn't get it.
Your name, Till. That's Light. L-I-G-H-T.
Wrong. It's goblin spelled backwards. I'm actually grateful she explained this to us. This is like if Terrence Malick started the Manson family with a side project of being a children's magician. Sweet, now pull a can of tuna for my ear. See? He can even magically summon animals from Siegfried and Roy! While the tiger has his lunch, I'll take my meal break too. I'm gonna chug a glass of water because even I'm thirsty looking at this heat. Now that we're back, I don't know, Neil's still going on some tirade about humans being mere specks full of lies and deception without any core Ozzie and Harriet style values. You're ruining Thanksgiving, Neil! And he manages to still get weirder.
Here we are now.
That's going in your ass, isn't it? Till can manipulate space, time, and energy, but could you not? That sausage is my lunch. He is here to teach her the ways of the universe. You too can impress your friends with these new Snapchat backgrounds, before going the full death cult.
I'm going to eliminate hundreds of millions of the human species.
I made a terrible mistake. But Neil gives us a behind-the-scenes view of a real newsroom.
What an asshole that politician was.
Move over, Aaron Sorkin. I need a newsroom that just tells me what evil things they do.
We're just as biased and prejudiced in how we present the news as the public is.
This is like James Woods writing CNN fan fiction. I know I make a lot of Thanos jokes in these reviews, but finally we have a hero who is making people disappear from Earth in order to save Earth because, well, he is Thanos. Again, makes sense. Though he may secretly be a villain.
I will eliminate all of the people like you that have ruined this planet.
Racist! Time to remove this one from a list of episodes on Hulu. Excellent! Racism is now cured. He better not put on a mud mask. Oh, I'm sure Neil will dig himself out of this one.
Go back to the countries that you came from.
It's best you add some context to that. If you ask me, he's making people disappear because he wants a new house. It's like the end of Infinity War if Thanos just sat outside of a mansion. Oh, did going inside also exceed the budget?
I know senior national elected government officials who I can force my political bias.
Why, yes, I don't believe you're really in that house. This is the home of the evil politicians and lobbyists and insurance companies with their 4-person house parties. So corrupt.
Isn't that corrupt? Isn't that cheating the public? Isn't that betraying the public's trust?
Who is this guy, and why do we keep inviting him to our parties? What a buzzkill.
Who is that guy?
I have no idea. Never seen him before.
Yeah, it was less awkward when I asked that, thank you very much. Remember though, Till is the good guy, so he's gonna blow shit up. The maids and butlers were necessary collateral damage. The news will continue explaining the rest to us, as if that's necessary. He has narration, which means he's very wise.
It had become obvious thousands of years ago that our technology had exceeded that of the human species.
Neil Breen is the John Redcorn of Matthew McConaughey's. Must be why this is now an entertainment news show.
Security! Security! Help!
Security! You won't need security.
Great, now how am I supposed to find out the latest celebrity scandal? Not from Neil, I imagine.
I am not of this earth. I am artificial intelligence from far into the future.
I don't know what he's talking about. I just feel it's gonna end with him telling us the Earth is flat. Or why we all had to die suddenly.
Films, TV, radio, the internet. The glorification of violence and corruption.
Didn't you just kill 300 million people? Yes, he did. He fully admits that he is the ultimate member of cancel culture.
I've eliminated 300 million humans from the planet today. In human terms, I have killed them all.
Thanks, you really saved us, pretentious Hitler. It wouldn't be a Neil Breen movie without an incredibly long climactic speech in front of a green screen. Though in this particular case, at least it's in a newsroom, so it's supposed to be in front of a green screen. He begins asking people to boycott corporations and overturn pointless laws, all of which seem like a moot point considering most of civilization is now dead anyway. Plus, he's gotten rid of the evil people. Why does he need to give us this advice? He's telling us to revolt, but there's no one left to revolt against. He should have gotten rid of these characters as it barely feels like they have any impact on the story. And every time I see this red dot, I think of the cashmere sweater from Seinfeld. But let's aggressively get the professor out of bed so he can witness the end of the world or something. It feels wrong not reviewing this end of the world movie from my closet, and I don't think everyone's taking this seriously.
Dad, come with us.
No, I'm just gonna stay here. It's just another one of your false alarms. I'm just gonna stay here and get some sleep.
Dad, everyone's dead. Hello, you really shouldn't have thrown trash at me earlier, but I'll still leave you with a handful of Starman ripoffs.
Wow.
Tin Man shits. Look, we need something else to happen in this climax. So her niece goes missing. The movie can be about that now.
So glad you're back. Help me. I need to find her. She's missing. We have to find her. Please. We have to find her.
Ugh, gross. Human contact. What is this revolting emotion you're showing? I'm trying to social distance here. Anyway, she wandered into a cave, as you do. This is pretty much what the rest of the movie is. Wandering around a cave for 15 minutes with some weird guy who scares people away with ghost shadows.
Where have you been? We've been looking for you. Who are you? I'm gonna kill you. What have you been doing with her? No. What's going on?
There's no middle ground in a Neil Breen movie. Either you're too dry, or you scream like an unhinged madman. Either way, you're probably a stranger.
You are now free of PTSD.
Thank you for freeing me.
Cool? Thankfully, he brought back all of the people who were murdered earlier in the movie. That better include the help that you blew up. Oh, by the way, it's a Lifetime movie now.
You bastard! You abusive bastard! You followed me! It's my ex-husband.
I've been looking for you.
Seems like that should have been a person he made disappear.
Leave us alone!
Yeah, I could have jumped in sooner, but I'm far too slow and might get hurt.
Don't shoot. You can't hurt me.
He says after the man shot 2 women. I guess Till's safety is all that matters. It's okay, he brings them back after making the ex-husband shoot himself. You could have done that beforehand, but why question God? She's gonna use her second chance at life to continue screaming endlessly. Miracles are happening all over the place. Someone off camera is fixing the fence, and Orville Redenbacher has brought delicious popcorn to watch the movie's ending.
I lived to see it. I've waited my whole life for this.
That's nice, but there are way better movies out there than Neil Breen's. Or maybe not, I think theaters are still closed. The cleanse has begun as we finally get to that shot from the poster. That's less like Gone with the Wind and more like the crowd shots from Space Jam. Also, spoiler poster! Again, I am positive he's a cult leader.
I'm really going.
You are really going.
And with these post-production wipe effects, it's way easier than you think to be a genocidal madman. Thus ends Neil Breen's latest masterpiece, guided by the spirit of Coleman Francis. Also, he's the Hulk now. We'll see you 2 years later for Twisted Pair, and don't forget to pick up a brochure in the lobby, plus stay during the credits, where it's foretold that Neil Breen did everything. Ah, classic Neil Breen, a man whose movies are bad for the exact same reasons, but still provides us with plenty of material and entertainment. Kudos to this man. Anyone else would have turned meta and self-aware upon making their second film, but not Neil. 4 movies in, and he's still just as genuine as he was in his first film. What a great movie to come back to my big comfy chair for. And since we're back, we gotta mark this occasion by bringing back the Tox Box to do a viewer poll for next week's episode. Let's find out what our choices are. Alright, so we got Night of the Creeps. Excellent, I'll go on location and review it from a dark alley. Our second choice, Tourist Trap. Well, given the quarantine, I think if you go on vacation, about everything's a tourist trap. Third option, The Hills Have Eyes. Woohoo, just in time for The Trees Have Eyes. And of course, there's the fourth choice with the 1982 dramedy Soup for One. Vote now at patreon.com/thecinemasnob, and this will give me plenty of time to go to the hospital because this box has been here for months. It is full of viruses and spiders.
You are not going anywhere! Mine!
Two Neil Breens for the price of one? Not only am I signing up for this movie, but I'm mad at myself for waiting this long. This will truly be the oh god you devil of the Neil Breen universe. Why use clips to tell what the movie is about when you can go straight to the source, the movie's poster? Identical twin brothers become hybrid AI artificial intelligence entities, yet are torn in different directions to achieve justice for humanity. Weird. Doesn't sound like a Neil Breen movie. That's because it is a Neil Breen film. Show some respect. And awkward placement of the word entities there. It reads like notes if he crossed out AI artificial intelligence to say twin brothers become hybrid AI. No, I mean entities. There, that's better. And kudos to these posters for always telling us the length. Okay, 89 minutes, I can do this. This is gonna be one classy motion picture. See? It even starts with an overture! Oof, as long as the fade-in is on these titles, half the movie's runtime may be the credits. Just kidding, it's really the exposition.
My name is Cade. I have an identical twin brother, Cale.
And he won't stop looking at the camera. He's the bad twin. Seems like a normal childhood that so isn't the 1960s.
Then one day it all changed.
He just froze in place, like someone hit pause. Then he was selected by an unknown force known as Sweet After Effects. These aliens are stupid. Looking at the hourglass isn't gonna make time go by faster. Hell, the credits aren't even over. Yeah, no shit. Okay, so Cade Altair is the good twin, and Cale Altair is the bad one. Both sound like names I would have seen Lorenzo Lamas play in the 90s.
We were given missions by the superior entity to fight for good and defeat the evil in humanity.
Normally I'd say show, don't tell, but looking at this image, I can just pretend I'm watching Color Out of Space. Not really sure why they're in a purple forest, but I am positive Neil Breen really is two people. If you're confused about which one is which, don't worry, they'll put a fake beard on Cale later in the movie.
The Force continued to program and develop systems for me.
Also, he's a Jedi. Cade fights for the purposes of good in advancing AI and advancing the use of stock footage that can be used in a pharmaceutical ad or a political ad.
AI will never replace the pure majesty of nature.
See, he's a bird now. Just kidding, he's right there with it, just like how he was totally next to that tiger and passed through. Hell, I don't think he's even really on the street.
Good morning. Have a nice day.
Weird saying this in a Neil Breen movie, but that was awkward. There, back to normal. He's sent in to protect the troops from, random explosion effects put in with no rhyme or reason. These explosions don't seem very effective. The building looks fine, though they may need some new windows. I hope this is all just an audition for Neil Breen to play Superman. I am all in on that idea. Look how heroic he is.
Wait, let me go first.
He said after they've already been in there for 2 minutes. Thank God I saved all of you. I'll let you get to cleaning up this mess yourself. Anyway, get more stock photos to use. Stat! You know, sitting on that plane photo isn't actually going to fly you anywhere. If Cade is like a humanoid James Bond, I guess this is M.
Well, congratulations. Why don't you take off a few days before your next mission?
Yeah, okay, we need to send you back to proper weapons training immediately. As for his next mission, it either has something to do with advanced virtual reality or grape gumballs. Either would make sense. This movie is so captivating that our lead goes into a movie theater to watch it himself. I suppose this is his evil twin, Cale, but this is a Neil Breen movie. Get to the awkward boardroom meetings.
A crisis. Programmable virtual reality.
Thank you. And now for the awkward reaction shot.
We are on the verge of mind hacking.
Hey, you may laugh, but for some people, this is freaking Shakespeare.
Oh, Jesus. Shoot. Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
No,
I
okay,
apologize.
It's okay, I got it.
Just like when Romeo met Juliet.
Leave me alone.
Let me make
Leave
it
me
up
alone.
to you.
No.
I'll take
You're
you
a
out to
creep.
dinner.
Leave me alone. I have a boyfriend.
Let's have
Get out of my
let's
face.
have a
Leave
drink.
me
Let's have
The most romantic meet cute in a movie since Old Fashioned. I can't believe she didn't show up for that drink. I'm sure he'll move on.
Hey, that's the girl I met earlier. I'm going to go follow her.
I would say it'd be awesome if Neil Breen made a stalker thriller, but I think he already is. It's like the humanoid AI experiment he was put through just turned him into Michael Myers. Hell, it's even shot like a slasher movie. And I'm pretty sure the Man in Black is there too. The hell is happening?
You're mine now. I'll teach you to ignore me. You were supposed to meet me at 8.
I'm sorry, is he the hero or the evil twin? Unfortunately, all of my questions will be answered, and I don't know how I feel about this.
What's for dinner?
Your favorite. Mom called today.
So, I guess they're a couple, and this is just a game they like to play with each other. It's a Neil Breen film. I should have seen that coming. They've gone through so many picture frames from breaking them over their heads over the years. Okay, this one's got a hoodie. I guess he's the evil one. Maybe this is also a game they like to play. It's the classic kidnap your friends and hold them in a torture dungeon game. Now I know what it would have looked like if Neil Breen directed Saw. In true Breen fashion, these powerful men are held captive for cheating, lying, embezzling, and corruptness. And amazing gun effects. Ow! Ow! That really burns! The plan is simple. Kidnap corrupt people, shoot them in the arm that doesn't even pierce their clothes, and keep them in purgatory. And somehow that shot is less jarring than the weird cut in the elevator scene. Oh yeah, I bet they're on a different floor now. That was even weirder than the next shot. The police B-roll is definitely on the case.
We have a report of 3 men mysteriously disappearing 2 nights ago. They were corporate businessmen.
Can't get much more specific than that. I've been watching so many Hellraiser movies lately, I'm waiting for Pinhead to somehow be inserted into the movie, which honestly, I don't think would be that hard to do. Most of the shots seem like this is a whole movie made out of calm videos. Nothing takes away my anxiety like a Neil Breen movie. It definitely puts me in the mood for romance.
I've reserved this entire restaurant just for the 2 of us.
By that, I mean I found a place that's closed so we can eat outside. Let's cut to a commercial so we can not talk to each other. Yes, finally, the 2 brothers appearing together. Nothing brings the Breens together like a brick wall on a green screen. See, look, they're totally in the same place. They don't have a great relationship. For some reason, one always just stares at the other's nose and never looks him in the eye. Sometimes I'm surprised he just doesn't green screen in his own reflection in a mirror, or, wait, maybe he is. I gotta stop underestimating Neil Breen. Back to the mystery, the killer should be easy to find. Whether it's a lab or a police station, everyone seems to exist here at Nevada State College where the movie is shot. Plus even the evil twin has a girlfriend. Their lives seem fine.
That's our damn money!
Get away from me.
Though they should probably go to couples therapy. I don't think that is a game they're playing.
Oh my god.
He had to slap her twice since the sound effect missed the first time. This movie has a weird flow. Sometimes there's a nice, brisk walk chase scene, then he's back in his torture dungeon, and then, of course, diamonds. It always has to be diamonds. This is Coos, who is using his business empire to conduct a terrible cyber attack via virtual reality. I guess this is Cade's next mission, then.
It's swarm intelligence. The ability to communicate telepathically.
No need to hurry in taking down Coos. I think he might be malfunctioning. I'm actually shocked. It looks like he's in front of a real house. However, I'm not shocked the fairy godmother appears in the movie. Oops, sorry, appeared in the wrong spot. Here, let me magically appear closer to you. Our hero and the supervillain, just like Bond and Blofeld. Only if Blofeld stroked a bowl of diamonds instead of a cat. Cade is posing as an art dealer who specifically deals in empty frames that you can just insert some video footage into. Thank God he's playing it cool.
I want to know more details about your global takeover plans.
You're a spy, aren't you, Mr. Cade? Hell, even Kale's night doesn't seem so bad. They're happily splitting up their pills. They're gonna clean out their bowels all over this room. As for the other couple...
You are so incredibly brilliant.
Why are there 2 moons? All of these nights are romantic. Let's pour ourselves some nice Chardonnay over this fresh meal of cut cocaine. Also, these cats can move, I guess. Not gonna explain that, are you? But it explains other things.
This is the center of the operation.
Thanks, that was totally my next question. He's gonna destroy all of these stock computer rooms so they can never use them for a college ad again. Alright, enough jokes. Let's pay more attention.
In AI, fright and interest are not far from each other.
I made the mistake of taking a break halfway into the movie and then coming back to it 2 days later. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I know what's going on. He's not used to seeing so many computer screens that work. Okay, and there's an evil twin Neil Breen. Got it, I'm caught up. And not just an evil Breen, but an out-of-focus Breen too. But as we cut to campus security footage for about a minute, the tension is ramping up. That's definitely an entrance. It's a Neil Breen world. You just have to accept that randomly around the corner, there will be some villains with masks and guns who are of no threat to Cade.
I can stop all of this alone.
Okay, now you're just showing off. There were stairs right there. Look, the villains are using the stairs. They may be the bad guys, but they aren't lazy. Cade is in a secret mission to sneak into Physics 101 tardy without the professor noticing. Oh, and to stop Kuz's warfare plans by stealing the answers to the midterms. Genius! Plus, he'll switch up the chemicals to make popcorn overflow in the room and shoot right out the windows. This is easy to do when your evil twin just stands there looking at a post-apocalyptic film or something, and when the bad guys are distracted by playing some sweet new VR games. Unfortunately, he cannot get help from the Blues Brothers. They've been hibernating the last couple of months. Wake them later. Oh right, the guys chained up in the cellar. They're not doing so good from their muzzle flash wounds. Here's some more, you bastards. Yeah, next time he'll actually hit you, and it will hurt. And he better get the drugs on the way home.
These are yours, bitch.
Ooh, more trouble in paradise? Where's the Chardonnay?
I need more than that.
Damn, he was saving that punch for the chained up businessman. Meanwhile, in a ghost movie...
Come on in. Come on in.
Normally I'd say no, but it won't be any weirder than anything else in the film. Anyway, as Bruce Wayne leaves a flower at the spot his parents were killed, Thomas Dolby is the guest villain to blind the whole world with science. Thankfully, Cade can destroy the pipelines to stop Kuz's plan. Oh no, the building's water supply! All of these explosions just cause minimal damage. The biggest damage is that he has to be green screened in to the power plant footage from a Bruno Mattei film. After a while, I think they run out of explosion effects. You'll just have to trust us that things are blowing up. Ah, good, they found more explosions. They're so heavy they're not even throwing him off his balance. Now time for a nice quiet evening in the school administrator's conference room, reminiscing all about nature.
Hello, my friend.
real friends would appear on screen together. Might as well get to some other happier moments. They need to drink first before starting the scene. What a romantic moment. Nothing could ruin the atmosphere. Oops, look what I did by accident. Let's clean up and go to bed. It's late. It's like 7 p.m.
Who's there? Who's there? I know somebody's there. Who are you?
It's just the soundtrack. Let's give him some time to get back to sleep by cutting to a commercial.
And now it's time for Lloyd's Out of Context 911 Lone Star Clip of the Week!
911, what's your emergency?
Is that a freaking dust cloud?
Now that he's back asleep, he can go back to dreaming about more Miracle Drug stock footage and classic homeless pranks. Rude! And that's not the most awkward thing going on.
Hey, look at this. Hey, what the fuck? You shaved! What the fuck is going on here?
It's about time he got confused for his brother.
I never had a beard.
What? What are you talking about?
I've never had a beard.
Classic sitcom misunderstanding. He helps out his brother's girlfriend, then gets caught. Oh no, he must be having an affair. Hell, if his brother takes off the fake beard, it'll reveal he never had a beard either. It's starting to get paranoid around here.
What are you following me for? What are you following me for?
I don't know who that is, let alone if he was following you. Oh, and I guess Cade's girlfriend is evil.
She was one of them.
He's very broken up about it, obviously. It's easy to find out when she's doing her evil business because she does it in the open for anyone to stumble across. Plus, don't forget about the men in masks with guns. They're still there. But enough about that. What's going on in the security footage again? And how is he gonna get past Kuz's security? Damn, that was difficult. And now it's just a whole movie made up of Lloyd's what if it exploded bits. Neil Breen leaves no computer screen undamaged. What's Kuz gonna do now that he has a building tarnished with bad effects? Or make a wish to the fairy godmother, obviously. Only the best fairy godmothers spend their free time in their home theater watching nothing but Neil Breen movies. I doubt Kuz even knows what's going on. He's been sitting there quietly on his phone for the past 30 minutes. I sure hope they wrap up all the loose ends. First, a romantic walk in the fake moonlight. Hey, where's the second moon? Forget the betrayal.
It's a lonely life. It's a lonely world.
I'm sure this is just another sex game they're playing. Just like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Hopefully, he can at least save his relationship with his brother.
I'm sorry. I'm with you.
Whoop, no time for that now. The police B-roll is back. The movie is speeding right through the climax. I guess something happened to Kuz, but he's not too sick to stroke his diamonds some more. Who cares about that though? Aliens! Maybe he's in heaven. I don't know, but he stopped somewhere to get that sweet jacket before making up with his dead girlfriend. It's all good. All is forgiven. Now let me get a feel of dead ass. I don't know what's going on, but I hope to God they start dancing.
No!
Cade, I will love you for all eternity.
It would have been less awkward if they had danced. Wait, is this the end? Did the movie just switch itself off? Oh, okay, they have the green screen studio rented for another 5 minutes. We can keep going. We gotta get to the important part where he poses for the poster, and that's not even the twist.
I'll be right here.
Neil Breen is E.T. Also, now it's the end. I've never been so happy in my life to see sequel bait. Please make another one. Make this your Bond franchise. Well, Twisted Pair is definitely a Neil Breen movie. If you've seen all the ones before it, you might as well see this one too. I wouldn't say there's really anything shockingly bad about it, because everything from the acting to the dialogue to the special effects to the action are all things that are bad for the same reasons his other movies were bad too. Only in this one you get the added bonus of double the Neil Breen, double the trouble. But I still greatly respect that after 5 movies, the man never turned self-aware or went for the parody angle. The movie is still 100% genuine, unapologetic Neil Breen, and I will certainly be there for the next movie too. These are all very inspiring films. Whether you're learning about special effects or shocking twists, you can always rely on, oh, great. I'm disappearing.
I'm in control. You're not in control.
It's been too long since we've had a Neil Breen movie. 5 whole years went by between his previous movie, Twisted Pair, and this new one, Cade the Tortured Crossing. 5 minutes is too much time without any Neil Breen, let alone 5 years. Waiting is the real torture. Cade marks the 6th film from this auteur, but it's an important movie in his filmography because it's his first sequel. That's news to me. I just figured all of these were sequels to each other. You could have told me he's been the same character all along, and I'd be none the wiser. Cade is the sequel to Twisted Pair, which was about twin brothers named Cade and Cale Altair, powered by artificial intelligence, and have radically different ways of saving humanity. I don't remember much about that movie, so I'll just pretend stuff like this happened.
Cause his empire is planning a takeover of Earth through the masterful use of his biochemical and cyber control of the human's life support system. A fear not hard to accomplish through today's technology. Also, our litter box needs changed, Father.
You cats aren't actors. So in Cade, I'm guessing Breen returns as Cade, and if you want to know the plot for this one, no need to look up a summary online, just look at the poster. An identical twin brother restores an old mysterious mental asylum. He takes it upon himself to mystically train the patients as warriors for humanity and justice. Excellent. Breen is bringing both X-Men and Glass into the Breen-verse. This will truly be a Neil Breen blockbuster, perfect for big screen summer entertainment. After all, the entire thing is shot on a green screen. I've got my work cut out for me here. Oh, did I say work? I meant my joy. I'm actually shocked the world isn't flat in a movie like this, or Neil Breen is simply doing the world's slowest Universal Pictures logo. Yes, this is Cade the Tortured Crossing. Is it a movie? Is it an unfinished vampire game for my PlayStation? We'll find out, because Cade is a hero that's always on the move.
Mr. Altair, where are you? Are you on your way?
I haven't forgotten about the charity event. I'm running a little late.
I had to stop and get some green screen tea first. He's made getting hit by a car look hilarious before, but what about being hit by a bus? Whew! Happens to me every morning. Good thing I started wearing knee pads. Even the homeless are having problems. They're all being abducted and placed into one of those stuffed inside the car college challenges.
I'll help you. I'll follow you wherever they're taking you, and I'll free you.
Damn, it simultaneously looks cheap, yet also looks like they tried hard to make it look cheap. If simply sitting in a car looks weird, wait till you see the fight scene.
Damn, we need to make this an even fight.
I I prefer the stylishness of the fighting challenge in the David Lynch original. Cade is indestructible. Look, it's easy for him not to be torched by the fire when it isn't really there. And like all Breen films, he's on the run from guys in suits.
Ah, we just missed him. But somebody took care of them for us.
That was a hell of a fight.
Why are they talking like they just missed the breakfast hours at McDonald's? The hell is with this car shot? This doesn't look like it belongs in the movie. Ah, there. Much better. Now we're in the Breen-verse. They'll sum up what you missed, in case you're confused.
I just had to kill a gang of 10 kidnappers. By myself, using my superpowers. I'm kidding.
Breen's coming in hard with jokes this time. So he's here for the charity event for the hospital opening.
I think it's a worthy project to take on, for the sake of the patients.
Well, this is good news for the sound effects and the stock footage. What kind of stage is this? The other side of it looks like an auditorium, but Breen's shots look like he's put himself in one of those walk-through Titanic games. The footage they keep using on repeat over and over again seem to enjoy it, so who am I to judge? And now everyone can get to know each other.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm the police chief around here.
Hi, I'm Dr. Megan Burns. I'm actually the director of the hospital here that's being redone.
I'm Dr. Megan Kurtz. I'm the co-director of the hospital.
And I'm your film critic. I'll be reviewing the movie by saying jokes. This is how people talk. It's good he's doing this for the hospital.
I haven't even seen the hospital building yet, but I have driven by.
I don't know the name of the hospital, but I've seen the outside of it. Also, it's a cop movie, as they're looking for human traffickers.
This is absolutely disgusting. We need to stop this.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna stop this for sure.
But let's not. We only have the budget to just say what we should do. Now stand in front of the script outlines for the movie. Make it look like we're working. I don't see what's so bad about this hospital. The place may look dirty, but the people look like they're showering at least once a day. Plus, it's field trip day once the driver has his breakfast of 20 beers.
What the hell are you doing? Put that away.
What? Is there a law against drinking and only pretending to drive? Yes.
Be careful, you fool.
She's fine with it now. She knew he wouldn't stop drinking and now just wants him to be careful. Tragedy is striking as the patients desperately try hard not to laugh. They'll be fine. Look, their only injury is floating on top of the grass. Finally, a shot where the effects from the Langoliers would fit in perfectly. Cade is nearby, along with a familiar face. We meet again, Mr. Tiger. As you can see, Sony's Kraven the Hunter is already off to a great start. 6 films in, and Breen is still a master at giving you way too much material to work with, for now.
Stop. Someone's coming. Stop. Get down.
Well, it's good the Tiger respects fairness in their fighting. Also, they're really friends, and this is just some playful tiger mauling they're doing. Or is it a tiger? Holy shit, Manimal, you got hot! I don't know what's happening. All I know is those HBO cult documentaries are getting weirder and weirder. Now that I'm finished playing with my tiger for 5 minutes, I can help you injured folks after your car accident. And don't wander off now. You may get stuck in an unfortunate freeze frame where one of the kidnappers will return. Yes, be wary of these strange creatures in the woods, the pickpocketers of unusual size. They have found their new home, the biggest castle Breen could find on Airbnb to download the picture.
Holy shit! It's a castle!
It sure is. I'm just gonna say it. Giving a line read in a Breen film is an even bigger honor than winning an Oscar. Let's take a break. They'll be walking inside for a while. Need a minute to get more Google images to edit in.
High above the Loire Valley is a castle that has enchanted travelers since the Middle Ages. But if you go there, remember, bring your nose for wine and your Visa card. And you can't check in with American Express Visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
We're back, and the patients have found their new home. You too could live inside of set photos from Gone with the Wind. 22 minutes in, and he finally reminds us what happened in the first one.
I've got an identical twin brother. I haven't seen him for years.
Anyway, that's about it really. Nothing more to add. One of the nurses doesn't trust him and certainly doesn't want any of them sleeping upstairs.
You get back down here. You get back down here right now, girl. Come back down now.
I mean, look at him. He's just frozen on top of the stairs. Something is wrong with this guy. The kidnapper still found his way there, and that's not just any trafficker. Oh my god, it's the twin brother Cade, waiting for them to go on a more sinister looking background before he strikes. This ain't gonna slow down Cade's day, though.
I've got a crashed SUV to repair.
And then, if I want to treat myself, I'm going for a Wendy's Frosty. He's got powers. It won't be hard to fix the vehicle. Just like in Christine. Morning, everyone. So glad we slept on the floor in this nice castle. Sure wish my back and neck weren't killing me right now. They're finally off, hopefully for a much bigger vehicle that can fit all of them a little better. And they don't have to worry about the nurses anymore.
Don't ask how I did it. Just drive safely on your way home.
He pulled the frame from the movie. So, you all work for me now.
This is my money. I'm counting on you to make it right. Clean this up.
Yes, get a nicer picture to put in the background, and throw in a better soundtrack. Uh-oh, an elephant is breaking wind again. He's disappointed on how terribly run the hospital he's been funding is. Maybe if you actually went inside before and didn't just simply drive by it, this wouldn't have happened. He's gonna take this all the way to the board, where they're either shrunk or that's the largest boardroom table I've ever seen. They're working extremely hard at finishing the company's high-tech Super Bowl ad. Then the experiments can continue.
Damn it! This procedure's not going the way it's supposed to.
Weird, how do my patients keep getting infections? If you're still wondering what's going on.
I assist in the kidnapping of the youth. My payment for this is access to the gene editing drugs, hoping that they will cure me.
Explaining it is making it worse. And damn it, I need the good stuff. Can you key me into a room that's got some extra strength Sudafed? I personally would still not go to this hospital.
She was fine a few hours ago. I just saw her. Where'd she go?
She's fine. She's in a better place now. I think he is stealing her soul with a syringe or something. Understandable, souls can get you super high. They may all look uncomfortable, but Cade's got some wisdom for them.
Never put a single thought of weakness into the flourishing mind of the patients.
I wasn't really talking to anyone there. That one was just for me. I inspire even myself. I'm sure the patients are getting better. See, he's this close to becoming the next Mozart. This all has something to do with them being tested for genetic experiments, where the only side effect is crying blood like the poster for Caligula, and also... a
a strong case of irritable Breen syndrome. There's a lot of silence and a lot of reaction shots going on, which makes me think, you know, this movie didn't need to be an hour and 40 minutes long. Keep it to just the dialogue. That's where it's magical.
I've created a cover story for you. The flow of patients for the gene editing testing program will continue.
That's not really what we write about here at Highlights Magazine.
If you're wondering why I didn't show who this man is talking to, it's not my fault. The movie didn't show it either. But endless scenes of Cade walking, we got those. And for a bonus, endless scenes of Kale walking. That's unfortunate because I really want them to just stick with the boardroom scenes.
There's been a huge increase in the amount of kidnapping of the youths and runaways that are being used for medical testing.
That is a lot of info you just dumped on us.
But anyway, as he approaches a marble stuck in a dragon's ass, here's where it's really gonna pick up.
We can make a difference with their kind. We will make a difference.
Thank you for that shot.
Perfect for Breen's Christian metal album cover. Cade the Tortured Crossing does sound like a rockin' Christian album I could have gotten for free with a Sweet Carmen record. Perhaps it's time they check out the hospital themselves.
I can't believe patients live here.
This place scares the hell out of me.
Yes, but they do have waffles at their continental breakfast. Here we find that the board members are only in it for the money, the only description that's ever described any villain in a Breen film. Some may be coming back to life though, or something. Perfect placement for that stool for when she dropped the cloth. It's getting to where I don't even know if the actors themselves are on screen together or keyed in later. What is he looking at? It's not her. What she needs is a medical assistant.
Get over here, you're my medical assistant.
No, I'm tired.
Get over here now.
You better assist her in the lab, or she'll send you to bed without your dinner, missy. Even the actors in the background are awkward. So, action? Okay, I'll start walking. Wait, you want me to go back? Okay, I'll go back to the spot where I started. How do they get any operating done here?
What are you doing here? Get out of my operating room!
Like a stern dad yelling at the kid to get out of his den while he's having a scotch.
Why not? He's going back to what looks exactly like his attic bedroom from when he was in high school.
I'm gonna need to take another minute.
The movie is busy now with B-roll from a Left Behind movie. One of them has gotta be the Antichrist.
Why am I still here? If we stick together, we'll find out.
Okay, so they've been giving something to the patients that they're addicted to. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's Tough Scuff Mattress Cleaner. It's really putting a damper on their 30th rich folks dinner party of the year.
As an officer of the law, I'm very concerned about the safety and well-being of all of our citizens.
Now let's crack this case of boxed wine.
The police are really working overtime here.
We've been investigating those guys for months.
I know. We're getting ready to arrest and prosecute right now.
Maybe you should investigate the dead bodies all propped up on chairs in the background. Now they're gonna take this all the way to Washington. Is there no ramp to get up there? Doesn't matter. We'll still walk like there's one anyway. Now he can speak directly to Congress about patients' rights.
The patients deserve the best that we can give them. And this law will do just that.
Wow, that's amazing. He pulled in literally the same audience he had at the beginning of the film. And the audience may have powers too. They were clapping before they even started clapping.
So the tiger is back, I guess, but no matter. I see they've decided to move the patients to more sanitary conditions over in Chernobyl. This movie is starting to get repetitive. I think this is the 12th time I've seen Cale try to take this guy somewhere, and the guy being really angry and concerned about it. And let's not forget more Cade wisdom.
Good night, sweet princess. Dream your sweetest dreams.
Move over, Cider House Rules. This one comes with far more rollicking dance numbers. This is getting both artsy and funky. Why does this look like theater kids acting out the end of Sallow? And congrats, you perfected your music, and all it took was simply dubbing another track over it. This keeps going, by the way, for a long time. Give yourselves a high five. You made the dance number at the end of Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas look like West Side Story. Kinda wish we stuck with the dancing. Now we've just got Neil getting the creative juices flowing again, and more shots of patients being miserable, and something else weird off camera. Oh my god, who did I sleep with last night? Ugh, I'm never drinking again. Every day at this hospital seems really confusing, and I'm just speaking on behalf of the audience.
Where are they?
I don't know who the hell you're talking about. Each cut to a new scene is just another random thing we're introduced to. What, did they just get married? I never thought I'd say this about a Breen film, but I think I'm starting to run out of stuff to talk about with this one. And it's got 30 minutes left. What more can I say about a man who got lost in the sewer trying to find the Ninja Turtles' home? I am, however, still interested in it as a medical drama.
Don't let them make a sound when moving the patients.
And don't damage them. We found out who the undercover mole at the hospital is.
Yes, make sure you be quiet, and also talk really loudly and scream. Here's another thing said when reviewing every Breen movie, so I guess it's a love story now. Just like that classic romance drama, The Bridges of Skynet County. I can't tell if he's trying to pull her closer or down on the ground with him, or if he's having a heart attack. Meanwhile, Cale's AI systems appear to be failing him, so what he needs is Cade's strong sense of training montages.
The more we practice, the better we'll become as seekers of the truth.
Yeah, with that kind of punching and kicking, they'll surely knock the chips out of the vending machine without paying. He's training them to save humanity. I guess humanity is being saved by playing Wii boxing. However, there may be a traitor in the mix. Maybe, I don't know. I can't tell who is good and who is bad.
You were never one of us! You liar!
Liar!
I'm not really believing your anger.
You're one of them! You bitch!
They're perfect. Now you're ready for daytime soap drama or a riveting action climax where they rise up against the doctors holding them captive. And if there's not time for fighting, we have explosions.
The gene editing experiment is going well.
So long, Umbrella Corporation! Now we can get to the fighting via the glitchiest Matrix game ever made.
Damn, we need to make this an even fight.
I have faith in our heroes. Look, you can even see their extra lives. Again, these shots go on for a very, very long time. But there's no danger of them accidentally hitting each other on account of they're clearly not in the same room as their opponents. Well, some of them are, though. These two are here for their dynasty-like showdown. Ladies, you can both host the next PTA meeting. I'm gonna step away again. I'll let them sort this out on their own. They don't need me here. But I got another convention announcement. Come see me at Planet Funk Con on June 28th through the 30th in Davenport, Iowa, where you can get autographed copies of my book, Class of '86, movies, and more. Get your tickets at planetfunkcon.com. Now that we're back... Excellent. I've always wanted to see Neil Breen film an orgy. I love when it fades, then when it comes back, I don't know if they kicked each other's ass, or if they all just got tired and laid down to take a nap. This has finally attracted the police. They sent all the cops that were available in this stock footage. The cop cars demanded extra money, so we've just got some siren effects now. Thank God we saved everyone.
What is that?
They're wings from a winged warrior. Chief, there's nothing here for you.
Oh, well, okay then. Pack it all in, boys. We brought out the entire force for nothing. Let's give the brothers some alone time.
Cade, I'm so ashamed. Cade, I'm so ashamed of what I've been doing.
He's ashamed Dad never taught him to properly eat a cheeseburger without hitting himself in the face. Cale is begging him to put him out of his misery, and you could summon weapons this whole time? Did you have to choose the ass? A decapitation would have been much cleaner. This feels like it should be wrapping up, I guess. I don't know. It's one of those where I'm not sure how it even started. We're getting a lot of random shots and random effects, but the whole movie has been like that. Sure, a movie like this sets up for a lot of Skynet jokes like I've already used, but when he stands there for what feels like forever and awkwardly smiles at us, I wasn't expecting it to bring back memories of that deleted scene from Terminator 2. And thus, everything ends happily. The name of the hospital has gone from Mental Hospital to The Crossing. Courage, passion, peace. This is a lot of effort to just come up with a name for your hospital. Even Zoolander didn't take as long coming up with a name. Does this feel like an ending shot with that powerful music rising? Psych, it's still going, people. They have to say their goodbyes and blow each other a kiss and return to their true form. I don't have to kiss the tiger back, do I? Now this freeze frame must mean it's the end. Oh, god damn it!
You won't forget us, will you? Please, don't. Please don't.
Don't forget us!
How can I forget you when the movie won't end? Christ, how many more people do you need to say goodbye to? I am leaving the hospital to you, my love. Now I must say goodbye to the stock footage of the clapping audience. What happens next, though, is the first time I've wondered if he is a little self-aware.
I'll be right here.
Oh my god! Of all the E.T. pornos I've watched, this one is the most confusing, but is the sexiest. And why are you still here? You already said your goodbye and turned into a tiger. What say you, audience? Shall I say my goodbyes to you too? Oh, smile went away. Guess he didn't like that joke. And now it's over. This wasn't the most exciting Breen film in the world. You do gotta sit through a lot to get to some moments of magic, but I for one would like to see Breen try his hand at a different genre next. I want him to do a slasher film, or a high school comedy, or a music biopic. I know you can do it. Show us what you got, and I'll still be here to watch it. Granted, I'll be here to watch anything he does next, which really, I'm sure will be just like this again. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at The Cinema Snob, and we were able to get another Facebook page after our other one disappeared, so you can follow our new one at facebook.com/TheRealCinemaSnob. Not that fake, tortured crossing AI Cinema Snob.
Oh, no! Don't take me! No! Not again! No!